be able to record as much as you can.
Okay. Hey man, thank you for coming here to Woke Land. Appreciate it. Great to see you. I'm an immigrant from Eastern Europe, and I've been here for 10 years and a little bit. And if anybody would have told me 10 years ago that I would come a day where I would live in America and American citizens would be in favor of communism, I would have laughed in their face. So obviously I have my own opinion about why this is happening, but what is your take? Why do you think US citizens, man, are in favor of communism in America? It feels that it's getting more and more.
What country are you from?
Romania.
Romania. So Ceausescu, you know all about. So I'm curious, what would your message be to young socialists that don't know what communism is?
If you don't learn from history, nothing will save you.
And so let me ask you, your family grew up in Romania and had to go through all those horrors. And most people are totally unfamiliar with the actual suffering, the actual difficulty, the actual issues that people had because of communism. And it's very interesting that Americans that have never had to wait in bread lines until now, that have never had to actually understand what suffering is, they are very quick to try to shut down and shout down opinions they disagree with. But I want to actually ask you, I want you to just say very briefly, what was it like for your family to grow up in these sort of ideas? Why do you hate communism? Why? Because of the suffering that your family went through?
So obviously, I was only 1 year old when communism ended in Romania, so I can't really speak from previous experience, but I have yet to meet anybody in my home country that was in favor of communism. So let me put it this way. When they came in power, they seized all private property. FYI. And after that, you had punch card guys to get bread.
Yes.
And you would be rationed based on the size of your family. No meat, no eggs, no stuff like that. And like I said, nobody's in favor of it, except...
So let me ask you a question. Are you thankful that you live in America?
Yeah.
That's what 100%. Makes you different than them. Thank you. Appreciate you being here tonight, man. Thank you. God bless you.
Can men menstruate?
I mean, I don't know. It's a scary question.
Yes. Yes. I would say yes. No.
No. What do you think?
No.
Yeah. I'd say so.
We're not going to answer the question.
Why is that?
I feel like you're prying for us to say something controversial, but we're not going to get involved.
Is it okay? So it's a controversial question.
I don't know.
Can men menstruate?
Can men what?
No. No.
Get it, period?
No. What the man? We don't think like that. And it's only two genders.
The younger generation is doomed, which is my generation. We have college-educated students who are saying that men can menstruate.
So you're saying if you're not a woman, then you shouldn't have an opinion?
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is? Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
This is actually a genuine mistake. I am sorry I even came up there.
When you're 12 years old, you're like, I feel like I'm in the wrong body. And that's fine, like that's how you feel. And then if you continue that lifestyle, then that's your life. But my job as an adult and a human being is to respect the choices other people make.
Shouldn't we be able to define what it means to be born in the wrong body?
Well, we can define what it means to be in the wrong body.
Okay, what is that?
What does it mean?
I feel like I'm in the wrong body. That's what it means.
For example?
I think children are extremely naive, and I think children will listen to the adults around them.
You know, 10-year-olds engage in magical thinking, right?
Absolutely. I'm a school counselor. That's my job. I literally do this professionally.
Have you changed since you were 10 years old?
Absolutely.
Did you learn some things since you were 10?
I would hope so.
So probably the way you think when you're 15 is a lot different than 10.
Your morals and your identity, those things for me haven't changed.
Well, when I was 10 years old, I believed Santa Claus came down my chimney and put presents under the tree.
Right, because children believe in magical thinking. Children are extremely naive, and I think children will listen to the adults around them. I'm a school counselor.
The world is absolutely finished. Grown adults are now listening to children on what they feel like they are. They can't even give them advice being grown adults. It's absolutely sad this is what we have come to. And the saddest thing is she's a school counselor.
There's evidence of people who were transgender in ancient Greece, Rome. Judaism is an example of a religion that acknowledges, I think, 6 or 7 genders.
I don't think that's quite true. And my evidence for that would be in the very first book of the Torah, in Genesis. One of the most prominent lines is that in the beginning, God created man, both male and female created he them.
It's not, but Judaism, I think what the original translation, I can't cite my source right now, okay, but from what I've learned going to different religious schools is that
Jewish schools?
Just synagogues, temples. I've tried and experienced different religions. They said that the original text said Adam and Eve as in one being, one.
Well, man. So in the earliest chapters of Genesis, you have the creation of man in Adam. And then Eve is created from Adam's rib, but she would be the other sex. What you're citing is this line that a lot of people who are pro-transgender will say, which is, actually in some Native American tribe that I can't quite name right now, I'm sure they believe in a third and a fourth and a fifth gender, but that just isn't true. That is that's been made up by white liberals.
You know the movie Mulan, Disney Mulan?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Mulan, dresses as a man, right, goes to war. That's based off of true history.
Oh, yes, cross-dressing has occurred in history.
Not just cross-dressing, but people who
in
went
Mulan, did the female character think she was a man?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is a woman?
That's a stupid question, dude. That's a dumb question.
What is a woman? It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Someone who identifies as a woman.
You can't answer the question with the question. Yeah, define the woman without saying woman.
It's a social
You're in college, paying for an education. What is a woman?
How about you talk to someone with media training? How about you talk to someone
You don't need media training. It's not a trick.
Well, yeah,
what is a woman?
identifies as a woman?
You can't answer the question with the...
What are you talking about?
It's the college kids of America going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt who think it's a trick question when you ask them what a woman is.
A mobile phone is something that we call a mobile phone. That's the logic that they use.
Teenage boys now, they are so terrified that if you touch in the wrong place at the wrong time, you may find that your whole life is destroyed.
See, I
and there
like
is
that
far
terror.
too much. Well,
I like that.
As a
I
mother
think
of
that
a
men
teenage
should be
boy, I
frightened.
don't like that terror.
I do.
Interesting thing I've ever heard.
This is why my generation has had the lowest marriage rates, the lowest relationship rates, the lowest, sexual relationship rates, the lowest of any generation before us, because it's come to this point of a double standard, to the point where if we do a single thing wrong, even if we don't do anything wrong, and we have a malicious ex or a malicious partner, that our entire lives, even if we're not even convicted, and that we're proven innocent under the court of law, and that we never did anything wrong, and that even the girlfriend could have been admitted to lying, that is permanently on your record and on your background check for the rest of time, which makes, for example, a guy's life completely ruined. He can never have a professional career. He can never join the military. He can never do anything else. Anything that requires a background check. Loans, cars, livelihood, everything and anything he could possibly ever do, even though he legally didn't do anything wrong. That's the type of mentality they have. Now they go to pretty much rip this girl apart because that type of behavior is completely malicious and completely inappropriate. No, I don't blame a single fucking dude for not wanting to batten down the hatches, not wanting to date, not wanting to do these things because of how fucked up the current system is. It's the biggest double standard in our culture today, and it is one of the #1 reasons guys have anxiety about relationships, is that they're going to be in trouble even if it's a lie.